The application opens in the sermon screen, displaying the last sermon which you were reading or listening. At the bottom you will see the date and title of the current sermon. Tapping the I button at the bottom left will bring up details about the sermon, such as location preached or duration. It will also allow you to search within just this sermon. The next button to the right will save a bookmark of your current location in the sermon. Your current reading position is saved for every sermon, but a bookmark gives you the ability to always return to a certain spot. The next button to the right will open document settings. Here you can change the font size or the document theme to make the reading more comfortable to you. Next is the audio player button to display or hide the audio player at the bottom of the screen. Clicking the play button in the audio player will start playing the sermon audio if you have it loaded on your device, or it will give you an option to download the audio to your device. The audio progress bar at the bottom can be dragged for large changes in time, but it's hard to use for small changes. This is where the rewind and fast forward buttons come in handy. The rewind button will skip back 10 seconds and the fast forward button will skip forward 30 seconds. You can minimize the player while playing to display more text on the screen. It will also continue playing even if you open another app on the device. The last button at the bottom right opens a menu to more features in the app. Play History shows listening history as well as allowing you to immediately resume any sermon you previously listened to at the position you stopped. Bookmarks displays all bookmarks you've created in the app and allows searching by sermon title. This is helpful if your list of bookmarks grows large. Highlights displays a list of highlights you've created and allows you to search within a highlight type by text highlighted. Notes displays a list of notes created and allows you to search by note text and sermon title. Settings opens document settings where you can change text display to fit your preferences. And Help provides additional help for using the application. While reading, you may want to eliminate all these buttons from view, and to do that just simply double tap on the text and you'll notice that it hides all buttons with the exception of a show hide button for the audio player in the bottom right. There are two methods of scrolling through text while you're reading. One is just simply to drag the text up or down. This can get tedious if you're actually following along with an entire sermon. So we've created a region at the bottom of the page that advances one full page with each tap. You'll also notice that the last line on the page where you should continue reading is highlighted as it's moved up to the top. This allows your eye to more quickly refocus and continue reading. As I double tap on the screen to come out of distraction-free mode, you'll notice that the tap at the bottom to advance the text works the same way. Selecting text is accomplished by holding your finger down on a word. After a short delay, a bar will appear at the top of the screen and you can lift your finger. If you wanted to select more than a single word, simply drag the selection handles until the entire phrase you wish to highlight is selected. Now at the top left, you have an option to copy text, create a highlight, or create a note. At the top right, you have a cancel button. You may also just tap in the text area to cancel. Here I'll create a highlight. Next, you are given an option of which highlighter to use. There are a few highlighter names and colors included with the app, but you are free to create and modify the highlighters to fit your needs. Once a section of text is highlighted, it has different functionality depending on whether you tap or hold inside the highlight. Tapping selects the entire highlighted section and brings up an option bar at the top. Here we can copy the text, add a note to the highlight, change the highlighter type, or delete the highlight. If you move the selection handles, it won't change what text you have highlighted, but it enables you to copy only a portion or more than your highlighted text. Holding inside the highlight activates a mode where you can actually change the text you have highlighted. The bar at the top only holds two options in this mode, save or cancel. You can create a note directly from a text selection, or by tapping on an existing highlight. Here we'll tap on our highlight that we created and select Add a Note button. Now you just type something in the note and tap Done. A note icon is visible at the start of the highlighted section, showing you that this is a note, not just a highlight. Tapping on this icon will display and allow you to edit your note text. Two other main screens are designed to help you find a sermon. Using the buttons at the top of the screen or swiping, you can move left or right from the sermon screen. To the left, you will find the Sermons Index.
On the first three tabs, you can search for a message based on both date and title. The first tab sorts by the date the sermon was preached. The second tab sorts by the sermon title. And the third tab sorts by the duration of the sermon. Duration is useful to find a message that fits within a certain block of time you have available. For instance, a 90-minute car trip. The fourth tab allows you to find sermons based on series. For example, the Seven Seals or Holy Ghost. The last tab allows you to find a sermon based on the location it was preached. Once located, tapping on a sermon will load it and return you to the sermon screen.
To the right of the sermon screen, you will find Search. Here you can locate a sermon based on the sermon text by searching for exact quotes or a collection of words. I'm going to type in the term Spirit. You'll notice word prediction as you type, along with the hit counts. This helps you refine your search terms without having to actually search for each one. Spirit has just under 22,000 hits. I'm going to add an asterisk at the end to expand my search. Now with this wildcard, I'm looking for all words starting with spirit, such as spiritual or spiritualism. Notice that the hit count increases to just under 25,000 now. There's one more special character that helps with advanced search. The @ symbol allows you to restrict a search range. To only search in sermons preached during 1963, I would type @63. Now I'm under 2,200 hits. This can be used to search within just a single sermon by including the full date code after the @ sign. You can also use @CAB to search within the Church Ages book. Once you've found a search result you like, simply tap on that row and the app will load the sermon with the search terms you used highlighted in the text.